All right, so we're in 7.2 work together here. It's kind of a goofy deal, but I already typed it in here. All pro painters is the who, what, when. The first line for the who, the what is it. It tells you it's the balance sheet and April 30th. Remember, we're not putting 4-month ended for the balance sheet. We're picking a specific date. And we're getting all this stuff set up first. Usually we do the statement of owner's equity, but the problem's kind of goofy how it's set up. So we go to the next step, and they want us a list of accounts here for all pro painters. We want to indicate which section it should appear in. So balance sheet has all the assets. We also know that balance sheet has all the liabilities. We also know balance sheet has capital. We find it from the statement of owner's equity. Now, is drawing labeled or used on that? Not necessarily. We take it out of, we put it in or take it out, depending on how you want to look at it. We calculate and use drawing when we find the current capital, but it's not listed on the balance sheet. So that one's kind of tricky. Sometimes people click it because it's an owner's equity account, but it's technically not used on the balance sheet. We use current capital, which has us, that's what we do when we subtract drawing from net income and capital. But anyway, so drawing is not there. It's not technically listed on the balance sheet. So the next step then is now we will do the statement of owner's equity. Okay. And so I'm not going to minimize this thing. I'm just going to kind of look through it. So the capital on April 1st at the end, at the whatever we thought it was going to be, is $3,500. This is the balance sheet account, so you get our information from the account titles and the balance sheet column. $3,500. We get net income of $3,730. We subtract drawing from there of $1,200. And then we got to kind of think like this is your business. You had all the money you put in, plus all the money you made, minus all the money you spent. Okay, so when you're doing that and you're figuring out a statement of owner's equity for that, you take $3,730 minus $1,200, and you get $2,530. And you take all the money you put in, plus all the money you made, minus your drawing, which this is the number, and you get to add these two up, and you should come up with $6,030. Okay? Comes from the balance sheet and net income, subtract drawing, get a total, add it to it. This is now, another word for this is current capital. This is the number we use on the balance sheet. Okay? Next step. Balance sheets. So when you're looking at the balance sheet, it says use this worksheet to prepare the balance sheet for April 30th current year. We have that heading all set up. All right, so where are you going to get this stuff? You're getting it from the balance sheet account for all the assets. So you have $4,750. I am going to pull it down a little bit here so you can see them all. 75. 825, and again, you're getting these from the balance sheet account. 715. Supplies is 110. Again, don't take the trial balance or the adjustment, take the balance sheet. Prepaid insurance, the same. You take the prepaid insurance, 3,200. Okay? Then we list the credits. All right. The liabilities. So we have Belmont and Lergent, 275 and 490. So 275 and 490. We have capital. Now what capital are we using? Don't use this 3,500. Use the one that we found before from the owner's equity. And you can go back and look at it. And you can remember you added. We took capital, added net income, subtracted drawing to get our current capital. And we did it on the last document. And our current capital number is this. So we're just transferring information. All this numbers come from the balance sheet. This one comes from the statement of owner's equity. So we just figured that out. Next step. Now we got to get the totals. So assets should equal liabilities and owner's equity. And when you add those up, if it doesn't, then you need to ask me, because that means we made a mistake somewhere. And the first thing I'll do is look at current capital and make sure you did that correct. Next thing I'll do is make sure you didn't use the trial balance numbers, but you used the balance sheet numbers. And that's how you do it. That is the balance sheet and statement of owner's equity.